Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Disney Television Group President Craig Erwich has revealed a plan for future seasons of The Bachelor after Grant Ellis struggled in the lead role in season 29, as well as behind-the-scenes shakeups. In March 2025, it was announced that Bachelor showrunners and executive producers Claire Freeland and Bennett Gradner are exiting the series after taking over for controversial creator Mike Fleece in 2023. In February 2025, fans learned that The Bachelorette won't air in its usual summer time slot. In addition, in January 2025, Bachelor in Paradise got a new showrunner, Scott Teddy. A producer from The Bachelor has revealed a plan for future seasons of the show after Grant Ellis struggled in the lead role in season 29 and behind-the-scenes shakeups. In an interview with Variety, when asked about renewal information on The Bachelor, Disney Television Group President Craig Erwich replied, "I don't have any news to share right now." Some fans believed that Grant was the wrong choice for The Bachelor because of his indecisiveness between his final two women, winner Juliana Pasquarosa and runner-up Lygia Gare. However, Craig was pleased with how the show turned out, and he revealed a plan to continue to be selective about versions of the show in the future. Craig shared, "I was very happy with the finale. It was one of the highest-rated episodes of that chapter. I thought Grant generated a lot of conversation. We'll continue to be really careful about which iterations of The Bachelor we bring forward and how we do it. We have Bachelor in Paradise this summer with a pretty unique twist, mixing multi-generational personalities from both the original recipe and Golden universes. I don't have any news to share right now. I was very happy with the finale. It was one of the highest-rated episodes of that chapter. I thought Grant generated a lot of conversation. We'll continue to be really careful about which iterations of The Bachelor we bring forward and how we do it. We have Bachelor in Paradise this summer with a pretty unique twist, mixing multi-generational personalities from both the original recipe and Golden universes." What Disney executives' cryptic Bachelor comments mean for franchise. Craig's cryptic comments about the future of the Bachelor franchise could mean that The Bachelorette isn't airing this summer because they've become more selective about it. ABC probably doesn't want to choose a Bachelorette lead for the sake of getting another season out on the air, but rather the network wants to tell a meaningful story. The producers are now more focused on bringing the Golden contestants into Bachelor in Paradise, which will be something completely new for the franchise. Our take on ABC being really careful with franchise going forward. The Bachelor franchise has lost its magic in recent years. Many people no longer watch for the romance, but rather for the drama and the chaos that ensues among its contestants. I believe that this is because, out of 28 Bachelor seasons, just 4 Bachelors are still with their original choices: Sean Lowe and Catherine Giudice, Zach Shawcross and Katie Biggar, Joey Graziadei and Kelsey Anderson, and Grant and Juliana. I think that it's very interesting that Craig didn't say that he was happy with Grant, but rather the finale itself. He was glad that it was highly rated and that Grant created a lot of buzz. This is very telling commentary because it proves that he's more concerned with bringing in viewers to gain ratings than anything else. In addition, he didn't praise Grant for doing a good job as The Bachelor, which is very interesting. I feel that it's a good thing that the producers are going to be really careful with the franchise going forward. Their mistakes have been astronomical in recent seasons, including casting 3 contestants with prior restraining orders against them: the Bachelorette Season 21 winner Devin Strader, and the Golden Bachelorette Season 1 runner-up Guy Gansert and contestant Gil Ramirez. I think that the Bachelor franchise is skating on thin ice, but it's possible to save it if the producers work hard to solve its many problems. The season that was meant to save the franchise. From the moment Grant Ellis was announced as the leading man, the franchise went all in on a return to authenticity theme. After a string of seasons criticized for being overly produced and lacking emotional depth, Grant was cast as a relatable everyman, a Silicon Valley success story with Midwest roots, and a heart allegedly still healing from a past betrayal. But instead of delivering the fairy tale ending viewers were craving, Grant's journey took a sharp turn into chaos. Emotional meltdowns, unpredictable eliminations, and allegations of manipulation plagued the season. The season was a gamble, one insider admitted, and it didn't pay off the way we hoped. A finale full of fallout. The finale was nothing short of explosive. In one of the most confusing final roses in recent memory, Grant proposed to Juliana Pasquarosa, leaving fan favorite Licia Guerre heartbroken and blindsided. Fans weren't just disappointed, they were furious. He PLA'd her. One Reddit thread screamed. TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram blew up with theories that Grant had planned to pick Licia all along before changing his mind at the last second. Some even claimed producers were pulling strings behind the scenes to force a more dramatic ending. Grant's awkward after the final rose interview only fueled the flames. He seemed nervous, defensive, and vague. When asked directly about how he made his decision, he simply muttered, "It was complicated." Complicated? That's all we get. Behind the scenes, the producer speaks. Enter Marla Jennings, a longtime executive producer of the Bachelor franchise, who sat down for an exclusive interview with Reality Bite podcast last week. Her candid remarks sent shockwaves through Bachelor Nation. "We can't ignore the response to this season," she said. "Grant's journey didn't resonate the way we hoped, and that's on us as much as it is on him." But she didn't stop there. Jennings dropped bombshell after bombshell, teasing massive changes coming to future seasons. "We're rethinking everything," she admitted, "from casting to format to how we structure the final decision." This season was a wake-up call. And yes, she used the word chaos. There was chaos this season, absolutely, but chaos can be revealing. It shows us what needs to change. What really went wrong with Grant? Sources close to production say that Grant was overwhelmed by the role. Despite his composed exterior, he struggled with the demands of the show from the very beginning. He wasn't emotionally ready, a former crew member confessed. He second-guessed everything. One day he was obsessed with Juliana, the next he was crying over Licia. Others say he was too easily influenced by producers, changing his mind based on how scenes might look rather than what he truly felt. There were multiple times when producers had to remind him, "This is your story, not ours," but he didn't seem to believe that. Juliana, Licia, and the triangle that tore it all apart. Juliana Pasquarosa, the season's winner, has since been caught in a whirlwind of online hate and conspiracy theories. Critics accuse her of being too calculated, too fashion-focused, too brand-aware, with many questioning whether she was ever in it for love. Meanwhile, Licia Guerre has become a breakout star. Heartbroken but graceful, she's been flooded with fan support. And rumors swirl that she's in talks to be the next Bachelorette. But even that decision is now up in the air, thanks to the unexpected chaos of Grant's season. "We want to be careful moving forward," Jennings said on the podcast. "We've seen how fragile the audience's trust is." The future of The Bachelor, radical changes ahead? Here's where things get juicy. According to Jennings, future seasons may not look anything like what we're used to. She teased a handful of dramatic changes that are on the table for upcoming seasons. No more final rose format. We're exploring an option where the lead doesn't have to propose. We want to normalize different outcomes. Shorter, more intimate seasons. We may reduce the number of contestants and focus on deeper connections. Multiple leads. We've seen it work on The Bachelorette. Why not try it on The Bachelor? Live voting from fans. We're not saying we'll become American Idol, but we want fans more involved. She even floated the idea of rotating locations throughout the season, bringing back the sense of real-world dating instead of the usual fantasy suites and helicopter rides. Fans react, "Is it too little, too late?" Social media exploded after the interview dropped. "Finally, they're listening," wrote one fan. "We've been screaming for more realness for years." Others were less convinced. "Talk is cheap," said another. "They're just trying to clean up the mess Grant made." Bachelor Nation is clearly divided, and many still blame production for letting the season spiral so far out of control. Grant should never have been cast, a former contestant said anonymously. "He was nice, but not built for this." Grant breaks his silence, sort of. Grant himself hasn't spoken publicly since the finale aired, but he did post a cryptic Instagram story just days after the producer interview went live. It was a photo of the ocean with the caption, "Some things are better left unsaid." Fans immediately began dissecting it. Was it aimed at producers? At Juliana? At Licia? "He's throwing shade," one TikTok creator declared. "He knows something we don't." Juliana, for her part, hasn't commented, but she's continued posting glamorous outfit photos and influencer content. Licia, meanwhile, shared a tearful video thanking fans for their support and promising to stay grounded no matter what happens next. Is the Bachelor franchise in trouble? With ratings slipping, fan trust fractured, and an uncertain future looming, it's fair to ask, is the franchise in crisis? Marla Jennings doesn't think so. "We're in a moment of evolution," she said. "Every long-running show hits a point where it has to grow or die. We're choosing growth." Still, insiders worry that unless future seasons deliver a more consistent and satisfying storyline, the franchise may continue to hemorrhage viewers. "There's only so many times people will tune in to get disappointed," one longtime producer warned. "You can't keep promising love and delivering chaos." What's next for Grant, Juliana, and Licia? Unsurprisingly, rumors are flying. Grant has reportedly moved back to San Francisco and has been spotted without Juliana multiple times. Some say they're already on a break, while others claim they were never truly together post-show. Juliana is allegedly shopping a reality spin-off based on her fashion line, raising eyebrows even higher. And Licia, she may be the franchise's only saving grace. "America loves her," said one ABC insider. "She's the real deal, and she could turn things around." But will she say yes if offered the Bachelorette gig? "Only if it feels real this time," she said in a recent interview. "I'm not here to play games." So in Zion, a franchise at a crossroads. As The Bachelor heads into its next chapter, one thing is certain. The chaos of Grant Ellis' season may have done more than just damage. It may have sparked a revolution. With producers acknowledging their missteps and teasing dramatic changes, all eyes are on the next lead, the next season, and the next chance at love. But as one fan so perfectly put it, we've been burned before. So the question remains, can The Bachelor truly evolve, or will it crumble under the weight of the very chaos it created? Only time and roses will tell.